When the Messerschmitt Me-262 first took to the skies in late 1944, it was a shocking revelation to Allied pilots who had never seen anything like it. This jet fighter, powered by the innovative Junkers Jumo W04B engine, could outrun any aircraft in existence. German pilots swiftly exploited this advantage, crediting the Me-262 with downing over 500 Allied aircraft. Yet, as astonishing as these numbers are, they continue to be debated among historians. What was it about this revolutionary aircraft that changed the dynamics of aerial combat during World War II? The Messerschmitt Me-262 was not just faster, it could achieve unprecedented speeds of up to 900 km/h. This was a significant leap from the speed capabilities of other Allied fighter types, including the Royal Air Force's Gloucester Meteor, which maxed out at around 850 km/h. The Me-262's powerful engines allowed it to reach these speeds, making it an extraordinary threat on the battlefield. The introduction of the Me-262 into service during the final year of World War II marked a pivotal moment in aerial warfare. Its speed advantage was so substantial that it required Allied pilots to adapt their tactics and strategies on the fly. This forced a rethinking of how air combat should be conducted, leading to significant shifts in military doctrine. Despite its revolutionary design and impressive performance, the Me-262 saw limited service due to various challenges. Germany managed to manufacture approximately 8,000 units of the Jumo 04 turbojet engine by late 1944, powering both the Messerschmitt Me-262 fighter and the Arado R 2034 reconnaissance bomber. However, the engine's reliability issues and the limited availability of fuel constrained its full potential. The Me-262 remains a significant milestone in aviation history as the world's first operational jet-powered fighter aircraft, developed by Germany during World War II. Its legacy continues to influence modern aircraft design and has set the stage for subsequent advancements in jet technology. As we delve deeper into this story, it becomes clear that the Me-262's innovative design and its impact on aerial warfare had far-reaching consequences. In the next chapter, we will explore how the Soviet Union became eager to acquire and reverse-engineer German jet technology, setting the stage for a new era of air power during World War II. Before we begin, a small request. Most of the people listening tonight aren't subscribed. If this channel has ever helped you drift off, take a moment to subscribe. It's free, it helps this channel more than you'd think, and you can always change your mind later. And if you feel like it, leave a comment telling me where in the world you're listening from and what time it is where you are. I love reading them. One more thing before we begin. I'm also a co-founder of a sleep app built to be the most affordable one out there. No ads, ever. Just sounds and stories made to help you sleep. It may not be released yet as this video goes up, but if you're watching a little later, it might be out by now. Just search for it, it should be easy to find. It works on iPhone, Android, and everything in between. Downloading it is the best way to support this channel. With the German defeat came a wealth of captured technology, including turbojet engines that were ahead of their time. The Soviet Union, eager to assert its air power supremacy, saw an opportunity in these captured innovations. The Messerschmitt Me-262 was a formidable aircraft, boasting better visibility compared to the British Gloucester Meteor jet fighter. Its superiority was evident not just in speed, but also in its advanced design features. The fall of Germany allowed the Soviet Union and Allies to access vast stores of engines and aircraft components left behind in German-run production facilities. This newfound access was a game-changer for the Soviet Union, which had been established just over 2 decades earlier in 1922 as a socialist state encompassing 15 republics. The Soviet Union was no stranger to reverse engineering captured technology. Earlier, it had successfully developed its first jet-powered aircraft, the Heinkel He-78, based on designs from the German engineer Hans von Oheim. Joseph Stalin, driven by the need to keep up with German advancements, sought to develop a domestically produced jet fighter. The stage was set for a technological leap forward. Enter Operation LUSTY, a US project aimed at examining captured German jet aircraft technology. The Soviet Union, as part of the Allied forces, gained valuable insights through this initiative. The Soviet Union didn't just rely on captured technology, it also utilized German engineers and technical documents to aid in their own development efforts. In the context of the Cold War, the Soviet Union's acquisition and reverse engineering of German jet technology marked a pivotal moment in their quest for air superiority. The birth of the Yakovlev Yak-15 began not with a bang, but with a directive. On April 9, 1945, amidst the intensifying Cold War arms race and the Allies' demonstrations of jet technology, the Soviet government issued an urgent command. This decree would rapidly accelerate the development of their own advanced aircraft. In response to this directive, Alexander Yakovlev, a renowned figure in the Soviet aviation industry, took the helm. The task was clear: design and build a jet fighter that could match the capabilities of those being developed by the Allies. With the fate of air superiority hanging in the balance, the stage was set for one of the most crucial innovations in Soviet military history. The initial stages of development began in May 1945. Alexander Yakovlev and his team embarked on a mission that would not only challenge their engineering prowess, but also test the limits of what was possible with jet technology at the time. The stakes were high and the pressure was immense. The Yak-15, as it would come to be known, started to take shape under Yakovlev's keen eye. The development process was meticulous, every detail carefully considered. From the choice of materials to the design of the wings, each aspect had to be finely tuned to ensure both performance and reliability. Rounds per gun for the Yak-15's cannon were set at 60, a significant loadout that underscored its offensive capabilities. The aim was not just to match the technology of their adversaries, but to surpass it, to create something uniquely formidable on the Soviet skies. Loaded weight was another critical consideration. The Yak-15 needed to be agile and maneuverable, a demanding requirement for any jet fighter. This meant keeping the loaded weight less than that of its predecessor, the Yak-3. Balancing speed with maneuverability became a key design challenge. The first flight of the Yak-15 was scheduled for April 24, 1946, just over a year after development began. This ambitious timeline highlighted the urgency and commitment behind the project. The day marked more than just a test flight. It symbolized the Soviet Union's leap into the jet age of military aviation. With its wingspan of 8.74 meters, 28.6 feet, and a length of 8.40 meters, 27.5 feet, the Yak-15 was a formidable sight in the sky. Its design retained structural elements from the Yak-3, including the wing and undercarriage, ensuring that it built upon proven technology. Its altitude capabilities were equally impressive. The Yak-15 could reach an astounding 13,700 meters, 44,950 feet, a significant achievement for any aircraft of the era. This high ceiling allowed it to engage in air combat at elevations that would have been challenging for conventional propeller planes. The Yak-15 was more than just a technological marvel. It represented a strategic shift in Soviet military strategy. Its development signified the USSR's commitment to staying at the forefront of global air power, setting the stage for future innovations and advancements. The NATO reporting name given to this formidable jet fighter was Feather. This code name reflected both its agility in the skies and the grace with which it executed its missions. The USAF DoD designated it as Type 2, indicating its status as a pivotal addition to their roster of advanced aircraft. The Yakovlev Yak-15 was not merely an aircraft, it was a statement of intent. It marked the USSR's arrival on the world stage of jet aviation, laying the groundwork for their future dominance in the skies. The forward-thinking engineers at Yakovlev realized that with some modifications, this proven airframe could be adapted into a new kind of fighter, a jet fighter. The innovative approach taken by the design bureau involved creating a new forward fuselage section to accommodate a turbojet engine, while retaining most of the wing, rear fuselage, tail, and undercarriage from the Yak-3. Producing 800 kgf 7.84 kN of thrust, the RD-10 provided the necessary power to propel the Yak-15 into the skies. The development of the Yak-15 was not just about adding a new engine, it involved intricate structural adaptations, such as arching the main spar over the jet pipe to accommodate the new power source. This innovative approach allowed for a rapid transition from piston technology to jet aviation without having to start from scratch. In the wake of World War II, the Soviet Union was eager to establish its dominance in the new realm of jet aviation. Their goal was to match and surpass the technological advancements achieved by Germany during the war. The decision to enter production with the Yak-15 in 1947 signaled a major step forward for Soviet military aviation. A total of 280 aircraft were built, a testament to the Soviet Union's commitment to rapid technological advancement. The Yak-15 was not just a copy of German technology, it was an adaptation that allowed the Soviets to quickly transition from piston to jet aviation. It was a clear statement of the Soviet Union's intent to become a leading force in military aviation. The production of the Yak-15 set a foundation for further advancements in Soviet jet technology. As the first Soviet jet fighter to enter production, the Yak-15 paved the way for future developments that would shape the Cold War era and beyond. In the context of the broader geopolitical landscape, this innovative step by the Soviet Union would have far-reaching implications. Although the Yak-15 was nominally a fighter, its primary purpose was to qualify piston engine experienced pilots for the challenges of flying jet aircraft. This innovative training method allowed Soviet pilots to transition smoothly from conventional propeller planes to advanced jet fighters, a crucial step in preparing for future aerial warfare. As more pilots became proficient in jet aircraft, the Yakovlev Yak-15 demonstrated its practical importance in preparing the USSR for future aerial warfare. This crucial training groundwork set the stage for the USSR to navigate the evolving landscape of aerial combat, ensuring that its pilots were well prepared for whatever challenges lay ahead. Ultimately, the story of the Yakovlev Yak-15 underscores the profound impact that thoughtful planning and technological advancement can have on a nation's military capabilities. The Yak-15, with its primary role as a trainer, played a crucial part in preparing pilots for the jet age. Its development underscored the USSR's commitment to technological advancement and staying at the forefront of military capabilities. Investing in such a modified version enabled the Soviets to rapidly produce an operational jet fighter amidst the emerging Cold War arms race and demonstrations of jet technology by the Allies. The legacy of the Yakovlev Yak-15 extends beyond its immediate capabilities. It signified a new era in Soviet military aviation. Training pilots on this advanced aircraft prepared them for more sophisticated jets to come, securing the USSR's place among the world's leading air powers. Today, the legacy of the innovative Yakovlev Yak-15 continues to be preserved in a place where history and technology intersect, the Vadim Zadorozhny Technical Museum in Moscow. As of 2012, this is where you can find the only surviving example of this groundbreaking aircraft. Displayed at the Vadim Zadorozhny Technical Museum, this aircraft serves as a tangible link to the past, showcasing how quickly jet technology was adopted and adapted in the post-war era. The survival of this particular Yak-15 is a testament to both its historical significance and the museum's commitment to preserving technological milestones. Visitors can appreciate not just the engineering marvel of the aircraft itself, but also its role in shaping the future of Soviet aviation and military strategy. For pilots and engineers alike, seeing this preserved jet provides an opportunity to reflect on how far aeronautics has come since the turbulent years of World War II. The Yakovlev Yak-15 stands as a symbol of innovation and resilience in the face of adversity, reminding us that even in times of great conflict, advances in science and technology continue to shape our world. As you stand before this historic aircraft, it's easy to imagine the sense of awe and accomplishment that its original designers and pilots must have felt. The Yakovlev Yak-15 today not only serves as a reminder of past achievements, but also inspires future innovations in the field of aviation. Its presence in the Vadim Zadorozhny Technical Museum is a fitting tribute to the pioneers who dared to push the boundaries of flight. For those with an interest in aviation history, visiting this museum is a must. It offers a unique opportunity to connect with the past and gain insights into the technological advancements that have shaped our world. Seeing the last surviving Yakovlev Yak-15 up close is a humbling experience, underscoring the importance of preserving such artifacts for future generations. This final beat on the Yakovlev Yak-15 brings closure to its remarkable story and highlights the enduring relevance of such historical milestones. On April 9, 1945, a Soviet government directive called for the rapid production of a jet fighter amidst the emerging Cold War arms race and the Allies' demonstration of their advanced jet technology. This initiative was prompted by the urgent need to understand and match the capabilities of aircraft like the Messerschmitt Me-262. The Soviets began their development efforts by studying captured German engineers and documents, including those from the Me-262 project. This wealth of information provided a vital foundation upon which they could build their own jet aircraft technology. Incorporating these insights, the Yakovlev Design Bureau undertook the task of converting a proven piston fighter, the Yak-3, into a jet fighter. This process involved integrating a new forward fuselage section to accommodate a turbojet engine, effectively adapting existing technology to meet new strategic requirements. The chosen power plant for the Yak-15 was the RD-10 turbojet, a Soviet reverse-engineered copy of the German Junkers Jumo 04B engine. This engine, derived from the very technology that powered the Me-262, represented a significant technological leap forward for the Soviet Union. In the midst of World War II, as the conflict drew to a close and the Cold War loomed, the Soviet government issued a directive on April 9, 1945. The Soviet Union, not wanting to be left behind in this new era of aviation technology, turned to captured German engineers and documents for assistance. Using the knowledge gained from these sources, early prototypes such as the Mikoyan, Gurevich MiG-8 were developed. However, these initial attempts faced significant challenges and setbacks. The complexity of jet technology proved to be a steep learning curve for the Soviet engineers. Despite these early failures, the lessons learned from these precursor projects were invaluable. But how would this modified fighter fare in combat? Let's explore some hypothetical scenarios. Imagine the Yak-15 squaring off against a contemporary Allied fighter like the Gloster Meteor. The Yak-15's Jumo engine could propel it to unprecedented speeds, but its maneuverability might have been limited. With a top speed of around 800 km/h and a service ceiling of over 13,700 meters, it could have been a formidable opponent. However, its endurance might have been a critical factor. This could have necessitated frequent refueling stops, potentially hindering its effectiveness in prolonged combat operations. In another scenario, the Yak-15 might have been deployed against strategic targets like supply convoys or communication lines. Its speed and altitude capabilities could have made it an ideal interceptor for such missions. But there were tactical limitations to consider. The Jumo engine's high fuel consumption might have restricted its operational range and mission duration. Furthermore, its limited payload capacity could have made it less effective in ground attack roles. These hypothetical scenarios provide insight into how the Yak-15 could have altered Soviet air power dynamics. Despite its innovations and impressive capabilities, the Yak-15's operational limitations would have required strategic adjustments in its deployment. As World War II drew to a close, the Soviet Union found itself in a precarious position. The Allies' demonstration of jet technology had sent shockwaves through the Kremlin. The strategic imperative was clear: catch up and surpass the Allies' technological advancements. Its development signified a significant shift in the USSR's air power strategy, marking a move toward modern jet-powered warfare. The broader implications were profound. The Yak-15 project underscored the Soviet leadership's commitment to technological innovation as a means of maintaining military superiority amidst the Cold War's escalating arms race. It also highlighted the strategic allocation of resources, prioritizing jet technology development over other sectors to swiftly bridge the technological gap. This context reveals a deeper understanding of the USSR's military strategy during this pivotal period. The Yak-15 was not merely an aircraft, it was a symbol of the Soviet Union's resolve to match and surpass Western technological prowess. The Allies had demonstrated their advanced jet technology, and the USSR needed to catch up rapidly. The Yakovlev Yak-15 was born in this climate of urgency. In the rapidly escalating Cold War, Soviet officials understood that mastering jet technology was crucial for their military's future. The Yakovlev Yak-15 became a priority project as they sought to match and surpass Allied capabilities. While the Me-262 demonstrated German prowess in jet design, the Allies had showcased their own advanced technologies. The Soviets studied Western Allied jets closely, recognizing that their technology could complement and enhance the German influences already integrated into the Yak-15. The Gloster Meteor, for instance, was among the first jet fighters to enter service with the Royal Air Force. This engine offered insights into efficient propulsion systems, which the Soviets could adapt and integrate into their own designs. Similarly, the American Lockheed P-80 Shooting Star showcased advanced wing design and aerodynamics. Its swept wings and advanced aerodynamic features were noted by Soviet engineers as they sought to optimize the Yak-15's performance. Understanding these Western advancements allowed the Soviet designers to refine their own jet, blending German and Allied technologies for maximum effectiveness. The result was a jet fighter that not only matched, but in some ways surpassed its Allied counterparts, positioning the USSR as a formidable player in the emerging jet age. Early efforts to develop a Soviet jet engine encountered significant challenges. The initial prototype struggled with stability and efficiency issues. However, breakthroughs came with the reverse engineering of captured German Junkers Jumo W04 engines. Soviet engine innovation did not stop at mere replication. It aimed to surpass and integrate foreign technology. This achievement not only propelled the Yak-15 into operational service, but also marked a significant step in the USSR's technological independence, illustrating the parallel domestic innovation that supported and eventually surpassed reliance on foreign technology. The innovative development of the Yakovlev Yak-15 marked a pivotal moment in the evolution of Soviet air power, shaping post-war military strategy and preparedness in profound ways. The introduction of jet technology into their arsenal signaled a significant shift in how the USSR approached aerial combat and future warfare. This newfound capability prompted a re-evaluation of training programs. Pilots needed to adapt quickly to the intricacies of jet-powered flight, requiring specialized courses and simulators to prepare them for high-speed combat. Soviet engineers analyzed the Yak-15's performance data, refining their understanding of aerodynamics and engine integration. This knowledge laid the groundwork for more advanced jet fighters to come. In essence, the Yak-15 was a stepping stone that propelled Soviet air power into a new era of technological superiority and strategic dominance. The long-term implications were far-reaching, as the introduction of jet technology reshaped not just Soviet military tactics, but also their geopolitical stance in the emerging Cold War. The Yak-15 marked a transformative moment, demonstrating that the USSR could not only match, but also surpass Western technological advancements in air power. After the Yak-15's debut, it wasn't just combat that it excelled in. Soviet reconnaissance saw the potential of this innovative aircraft. The Yak-15 was deployed for border patrols, scanning the vast expanses along the USSR's perimeter. Its speed and maneuverability made it an ideal tool for intelligence gathering. The Yak-15's role in reconnaissance underscored its versatility, proving that this aircraft wasn't just a combat machine, but also a vital tool for maintaining the USSR's security. This early example of the Yak-15's diverse applications illustrates why it marked such a transformative moment for the USSR's air power during World War II. Specific features adapted from the Me-262 found their way into subsequent models like the MiG-9 and MiG-15, demonstrating the enduring legacy of the Yak-15. The wing and undercarriage from the piston engine Yak-3 were used to expedite development, showing the USSR's ability to adapt and innovate rapidly. This technological transfer laid the groundwork for future models, reflecting the USSR's commitment to staying at the forefront of military innovation. The Yak-15's impact was felt well beyond its initial service life, as its design influenced later generations of Soviet aircraft, including those used in the Cold War. The enduring legacy of the Yak-15 underscores how technological transfer can catalyze significant advancements in military capabilities. The Yak-15's design and technology showcased the USSR's ability to integrate captured innovations into their own arsenal, shaping future aviation technology. They saw that their next generation of engineers would need extensive training in advanced aeronautical engineering. The development and deployment of the Yak-15 marked a turning point in Soviet educational practices. New curricula were introduced to universities and engineering schools across the USSR, focusing on jet propulsion technology and advanced aircraft design. To support this educational push, specialized training facilities were established to simulate real-world aeronautical engineering scenarios. These new facilities provided hands-on experience with advanced jet engine technologies and aircraft components. The establishment of these training centers demonstrated the USSR's commitment to fostering a new breed of highly skilled aeronautical engineers, illustrating the broader impact of the Yak-15 on developing the next generation of Soviet aerospace experts. Soviet engineers and technicians underwent rigorous training to understand the intricacies of jet propulsion systems, ensuring they could maintain and improve upon the Yak-15's design over time. The supply chain for components like turbine blades had to be established from scratch, as such advanced parts were not previously required by Soviet industry. This development process also paved the way for future advancements in Soviet aerospace technology, as the lessons learned from creating the Yak-15 laid the groundwork for subsequent generations of jet fighters. Moreover, the expertise gained in building and maintaining the Yak-15 allowed the USSR to quickly develop other jet aircraft, further solidifying their position in aerospace innovation. The Yak-15's legacy extends beyond its operational lifespan, embodying the foundational work that propelled the USSR into a new age of industrial prowess and air superiority. In the dying days of World War II, a powerful new force was about to shape the future of aviation and geopolitics. This force wasn't just any technology, it was German jet power influence. This jet fighter, though based on German engineering, represented the USSR's initial foray into mastering a new era of Flight 1 that would have profound implications for the Cold War and beyond. The German jet power influence was not just about building an aircraft, it laid the groundwork for future innovations and asserted the USSR's place in the new era of aviation. This innovation demonstrated that the USSR was capable of not just matching but surpassing Western technology, setting the stage for future achievements in air superiority. As the Yak-15 took to the skies, it symbolized more than just an aircraft. It represented a turning point in the USSR's quest for technological supremacy. These preliminary efforts laid the groundwork for more sophisticated developments, culminating in the Yak-15. The USSR's gradual progression towards mastering jet technology underscored their commitment to staying at the forefront of military innovation. As these early Soviet jet experiments advanced, they symbolized more than just technological pursuits. They represented a turning point in the USSR's quest for military superiority during World War II and beyond. Furthermore, the Yak-15's improved visibility to the sides and rear compared to the Gloster Meteor would have been invaluable in detecting incoming enemy aircraft during these intense aerial battles. The Soviet pilots, well versed in the art of dogfighting from their experience with piston fighters, could have utilized the Yak-15's enhanced capabilities to great effect. The intense aerial battles of World War II left the Soviet Union in dire need for advanced weaponry. With Germany's development of the Mi-26-2 jet aircraft, it became clear that a new era of air combat was dawning. Amidst this shifting geopolitical landscape, the USSR saw an opportunity and a necessity to assert its technological prowess. On April 9, 1945, the Soviet government issued a directive aimed at rapidly producing a jet fighter. This initiative was not merely about catching up, It was a strategic move in the burgeoning Cold War. The Allies' demonstration of jet technology underscored the imperative for the USSR to claim its own place in this new frontier. Joseph Stalin, seeking to consolidate the Soviet Union's status as a superpower, envisioned the first domestically developed and operational Soviet jet fighter. This ambition was driven by more than just prestige. It was rooted in a deep understanding of technological superiority's role in geopolitics. During World War II, while the USSR focused on adopting captured German aircraft like the Me-262, they also began developing their own jet technology. The Yakovlev Yak-15 was born out of this drive for innovation and self-sufficiency. The Yak-15, modified from the German Me-262, marked a pivotal moment in Soviet aviation history. It signified not just technical progress, but a statement of political intent. In a world where technological dominance could mean survival, the USSR was asserting its place. Yakovlev himself was a seasoned pilot and engineer who had cut his teeth in the crucible of World War II. His deep understanding of both military strategy and aircraft design made him an ideal candidate to lead this ambitious endeavor. The success of the Yak-15 wasn't merely a technical triumph, it was also a strategic statement. It demonstrated that the USSR could not only keep pace with Western advancements, but also innovate at the cutting edge of aviation technology. The fall of Nazi Germany in May 1945 opened up a treasure trove of technological secrets to the Allies, including the Soviet Union. The Jumo 04B was one such secret, captured and studied by Soviet engineers. Amidst the looming Cold War arms race, the Soviets understood that mastering this advanced engine technology was crucial for maintaining their air power superiority. The directive to produce a jet fighter using the captured German technology came on April 9, 1945. The Yak-15 was a testament to how the Soviet Union could leverage captured technology to maintain its competitive edge, illustrating the crucial role of foreign innovation in their military advancements. The RD-10, as it was designated by Soviet engineers, was finicky and required meticulous calibration to maintain stable thrust output. Soviet test pilots reported that the engine's performance would fluctuate wildly, often leading to dangerous power surges or sudden losses of thrust during critical maneuvers. To address these issues, engineers at the Yakovlev Design Bureau implemented a series of modifications to enhance engine stability and responsiveness. These adjustments not only improved the Yak-15's handling characteristics, but also significantly enhanced its overall performance during test flights. The iterative process of testing and refinement demonstrated the Soviet Union's commitment to harnessing captured technology effectively, showcasing their ability to adapt and innovate in the face of operational challenges. This initiative marked a strategic shift in Soviet air defense strategy. Jet fighters promised unprecedented speed and maneuverability, which could revolutionize their defensive capabilities. The Yak-15, entering service in 1947, was a pioneer among these new aircraft. It was not merely an impressive feat of engineering, it signified the USSR's commitment to harnessing advanced technology to bolster its military prowess. This innovation not only demonstrated their technical prowess, but also underscored a strategic necessity to stay ahead in the arms race against the West. The introduction of jet technology fundamentally altered Soviet defensive tactics, allowing for faster interception and response times to potential threats. Moreover, the Yak-15's role as a training platform was instrumental in qualifying pilots for these advanced aircraft, ensuring a smooth transition to this new era of aviation. The long-term implications were profound. By mastering jet technology, the USSR laid the groundwork for future military innovations and strategic advancements. Its introduction marked a critical turning point, demonstrating the USSR's ability to adapt and innovate in response to global military advancements. This process was prompted by the capture of German engineers and documents, providing crucial intelligence on jet fighter technology. The Yak-15's design specifically benefited from data gathered from captured Me-262 components and blueprints, which were meticulously studied to understand the underlying mechanics of German jet technology. These documents and personnel played a critical role in enabling the Soviets to quickly adapt and innovate, demonstrating their ability to integrate foreign technologies into their own military advancements. German jet fighter intelligence not only accelerated the development process, but also ensured that the Yak-15 could meet the high standards and performance capabilities expected in a modern warfare setting. The critical role this intelligence played underscores the USSR's strategic foresight in using captured technology to bolster their military arsenal amidst a rapidly evolving global arms race. The incorporation of German technology into Soviet designs showcased their capacity for swift adaptation, a trait that would define much of the USSR's military strategy in the years to come. The story of the Yakovlev Yak-15 serves as a testament to the USSR's ability to adapt, innovate, and integrate captured technology to fortify their air power during the pivotal years of World War II. With each new advancement in jet engine technology, the USSR not only closed the gap with Western powers, but also laid the foundation for future aerial supremacy. The advent of jet fighters necessitated a rethinking of training programs. Pilots who had previously flown piston engine aircraft needed specialized training to adapt to the new jet technology. The Yak-15 was primarily used as a trainer to qualify piston engine experienced pilots for jet operations. Operational doctrines also underwent significant changes in response to jet technology. The increased speed and maneuverability of jet fighters required new tactics and strategies. Strategic planning took into account the long-term implications of jet technology on warfare. It demonstrated the broader implications of jet technology on Soviet military thinking and preparedness during the Cold War era. After World War II, the Yakovlev Design Bureau quickly adapted its proven piston engine fighter, the Yak-3, into a jet aircraft, marking the birth of Soviet jet power. This innovative approach set a precedent for future Soviet aircraft designs. The main fuselage of the Yak-15 was a modified version of the Yak-3, fitted with a reverse-engineered German Junkers Jumo 04 engine. This design principle, adapting existing structures to incorporate new technologies, carried forward into subsequent Soviet aircraft. For example, the Mikoyan Gorovich MiG-9, which first flew in 1946, similarly used a modified version of the Yak-3's airframe to house a different turbojet engine. This modular approach allowed for quicker development and production. Moreover, the structural elements retained from the Yak-3 and the Yak-15, such as the wings and undercarriage, proved durable and reliable. These components were later incorporated into other Soviet jet fighters, ensuring a high standard of performance. The power plant of the Yak-15 was a reverse-engineered version of the German Jumo W0004B turbojet engine. This technology would go on to influence the development of other Soviet jet engines, setting the foundation for future aviation advancements. Looking forward, the design principles and technological innovations pioneered by the Yakovlev Yak-15 would continue to shape the USSR's air power. Future Soviet aircraft, like the MiG-15 and the Sukhoi Su-7, benefited from these early experiments in jet technology. In summary, the innovative development of the Yakovlev Yak-15 as the first Soviet jet fighter had a lasting impact on the USSR's air power. The design principles and technological carryovers from this aircraft paved the way for future advancements in Soviet aviation. As they moved into the Cold War era, the lessons learned from the Yak-15 continued to shape their tactics and strategies. The aircraft's legacy extended beyond its own lifespan, influencing subsequent generations of Soviet jets that would further push the boundaries of aerial combat. While specific details of many of these missions remain classified, the Yak-15's involvement in early Cold War espionage underscores its critical role in shaping Soviet intelligence strategies. The aircraft's capabilities not only aided in gathering vital information, but also played a pivotal role in developing future spycraft technologies that would be deployed during the ensuing decades of the Cold War. As we explore the broader impact of this pioneering aircraft, it becomes clear that its innovations were far-reaching, shaping both military tactics and intelligence strategies in a rapidly evolving geopolitical landscape. In this context, the Yak-15 represents more than just a historical aircraft. It symbolizes the beginning of a new era in both military air power and covert intelligence operations. In parallel, the Bureau delved into supersonic flight with projects like the Yak-26M and Yak-30. These experimental aircraft pushed the boundaries of speed, achieving Mach 1.7 in controlled flights. Such advancements were crucial for understanding the physics of high-speed flight and paving the way for future supersonic jets. The Yakovlev Design Bureau didn't just focus on military applications, they also made significant strides in civilian aviation. The Yak-40 passenger aircraft was a notable example, featuring innovative design elements that aimed to improve efficiency and comfort for passengers. These post-war innovations didn't occur in a vacuum. They were driven by the urgent need to keep pace with advancing technologies from other superpowers. The USSR recognized that maintaining air superiority was crucial for both defense and offensive strategies in the emerging Cold War landscape. The long-term impact of the Yakovlev Design Bureau's post-war innovations cannot be overstated. They not only advanced Soviet air power, but also set a foundation for future technological breakthroughs that would continue to reshape the skies well into the 21st century. In the closing days of World War II, a new arms race was already taking shape, this time fueled by the cutting-edge technology of jet propulsion. Meanwhile, Allied nations were also grappling with this new paradigm shift in aerial warfare. The United States had developed the P-59 jet engine and mounted it on their Bell XP-59A aircraft, which took its maiden flight in October 1942. The reverse engineering efforts of the Soviets allowed them to quickly adapt and integrate this advanced technology into their own aircraft, providing a significant leap forward in their air power capabilities. As a result, the Yak-15 demonstrated that not only could jet technology be adapted from existing designs, but also that it held tremendous potential for transforming air combat strategies. The impact of the Yak-15 extended beyond Soviet borders, influencing the development of jet fighters in other Allied nations and setting a precedent for international technological exchange. The introduction of the Yak-15 impacts Soviet strategic thinking by demonstrating their ability to quickly adapt existing technology, setting a precedent for rapid military advancements in response to international threats. Soviet strategists recognized the potential of jet technology in reshaping future conflicts, leading to increased investment and research into this new domain. Soviet strategic planning now includes detailed considerations for integrating jet technology into their broader military doctrine, preparing them for the evolving landscape of global conflict. The design and deployment of subsequent Soviet jet fighters, such as the MiG-9, are heavily influenced by the lessons learned from the Yak-15 program. Following the successful deployment of the Yakovlev Yak-15, Soviet military doctrine began to evolve significantly. The introduction of jet fighters like the Yak-15 marked a pivotal shift in aerial combat tactics and operational procedures. This newfound capability allowed Soviet pilots to outmaneuver and outpace their Allied counterparts, who were still flying piston-engine aircraft. In response to this technological leap, the Soviet military began to adapt its tactics to capitalize on these advantages. Emphasis shifted towards hit-and-run missions, where the speed and agility of jet fighters could be fully exploited. The Yak-15 also necessitated changes in training regimes for pilots. Transitioning from piston to jet aircraft required new skill sets and adaptability. The evolution of Soviet military tactics due to the Yak-15 demonstrated the USSR's commitment to adapting and integrating cutting-edge technology into its warfare strategies. In conclusion, the Yakovlev Yak-15 not only marked a significant milestone in Soviet aviation history, but also reshaped the very foundation of their military doctrine during World War II. In essence, the Yak-15's development and operationalization reshaped Soviet industrial policy by underscoring the importance of rapid technological advancement and self-sufficiency in advanced manufacturing techniques. Looking back, it's clear that the Yakovlev Yak-15 was more than just a plane. It was a statement of intent by the USSR, signaling to the world their determination to match and surpass the technological prowess of their rivals. And so, amidst the whirring engines and echoing hangars of Soviet factories, a new chapter in aviation history unfolded. a testament to the power of innovation and resolve in the face of global competition. The influence of the Yakovlev Yak-15 on Soviet industrial policy was profound, setting the stage for future advancements and underscoring the USSR's commitment to technological self-reliance. In this light, the Yak-15 stands not merely as a historic aircraft, but as a symbol of the USSR's determination to assert its place among the world's great powers through technological prowess. The lessons learned from the Yak-15 project extended beyond aircraft design, influencing materials science and engineering methodologies. This initiative set the stage for further breakthroughs in Soviet aviation technology during World War II. In essence, the Yakovlev Yak-15 served as a catalyst for significant advancements in Soviet aeronautical research, proving that the USSR was capable of rapid technological adaptation and innovation in the face of global competition. Entering service in 1947, the Yak-15 served as a potent demonstration of the USSR's ability to adapt and innovate. Its incorporation of advanced turbojet technology from captured German Mi-262 aircraft exemplified Soviet ingenuity. With a maximum speed of 800 km/h and a service ceiling of over 13,700 meters, the Yak-15 offered unprecedented speed and maneuverability. This newfound capability challenged traditional notions of aerial combat within Soviet military circles. Strategists began to envision new tactics that could leverage the jet's superior speed and agility. The Yak-15's exceptional performance prompted a re-evaluation of Soviet air superiority strategies, pushing for more aggressive interception maneuvers and swift counterattacks. This shift in strategic thinking was not isolated, but part of a broader integration into the overall air defense plan. The Yak-15's integration signaled a move towards a more proactive and agile approach to air defense, reflecting the USSR's growing confidence in its technological capabilities. The jet's practical applications extended beyond mere speed and agility. Its advanced engine technology opened doors for further research and development in Soviet aviation. As the Cold War loomed, the USSR stood poised with a new arsenal, ready to adapt to the evolving theatre of global power play. Their development of the Yak-15 immediately after the war showcased their rapid adaptation to new technologies. But the Yak-15 was just the beginning of a series of post-war innovations that would cement their reputation. Next came the Yak-17, a high-altitude fighter designed to intercept American bombers. This was followed by the Yak-23 and Yak-25, both advanced jet fighters that pushed the boundaries of Soviet aviation. Each new model incorporated technological advancements and operational experience from the Yak-15. The legacy of the Yak-15 lived on in these subsequent designs, shaping the future of Soviet air power. As the Cold War intensified, the Yakovlev Design Bureau's expertise became invaluable to the USSR's military capabilities. Soviet engineers developed specialized instruments to withstand the extreme conditions inside jet engines. Training programs were swiftly initiated for technicians, teaching them how to handle the advanced machinery and potential hazards of jet engines. The intricate nature of these new engines meant that even minor repairs could be complex and time-consuming. The comprehensive impact of the Yak-15 extended beyond just its flight capabilities. It revolutionized how Soviet air power operated from the ground up. The innovations introduced by the Yakovlev Design Bureau became a cornerstone of Soviet military strategy during the Cold War. This was not just about speed and firepower, it was about the underlying logistics that kept a modern air force in the sky. For the USSR, staying ahead in the air meant staying ahead on the ground as well. In the aftermath of World War II, as the USSR consolidated its power and influence, the lessons learned from developing and operating the Yak-15 proved invaluable. These insights were pivotal in developing more advanced training regimens that not only improved pilot performance, but also enhanced their overall readiness for potential conflicts. As the Cold War era emerged, the Soviet Union's military preparedness hinged on these well-crafted tactics and strategies honed from experiences with the Yak-15. These lessons continue to resonate today, serving as a cornerstone for understanding the strategic evolution of the Soviet Union's air power during a critical period in history. Amid the escalating Cold War and the Allies' demonstration of advanced jet technology, Joseph Stalin directed a swift response on April 9, 1945. The transition to jet technology required more than just new aircraft. It necessitated a comprehensive overhaul of existing infrastructure. Construction of specialized airfields began immediately, designed with longer runways and reinforced surfaces to accommodate the higher speeds and heavier landings of jet fighters. Maintenance facilities had to be retooled to handle the sophisticated turbine engines, requiring advanced diagnostic equipment and specially trained ground crews. Fuel supply systems underwent a significant transformation, adopting new storage techniques and distribution methods to ensure the continuous availability of high-octane fuel essential for jet engines. The logistical challenges were immense, involving the training of ground crews to handle these new technologies and ensuring seamless integration into existing operations. Amidst the logistical challenges of World War II, a new frontier emerged: jet fighter technology. With the Yak-15 in service, efforts to share intelligence and technological advancements among the Allies gained new momentum. The influence of Soviet progress on Western nations' jet programs was significant. The Yak-15's development highlighted the potential for global aviation advancements to Allied cooperation during the post-war era. As the world moved into the post-war era, the Yak-15's impact on Allied cooperation in jet technology set a precedent for future collaborations. Its role in shaping global aviation developments underscored the importance of international partnerships in driving technological innovation. Despite its innovative design and engineering feats, the Yak-15 was primarily used to train piston engine experienced pilots in jet aircraft operations. These programs included simulators and detailed ground schooling sessions to familiarize pilots with the unique characteristics of jet engines and their higher speeds. Maintenance crews also had to adapt. Jet engines required different servicing techniques compared to piston engines. This necessitated a revision of maintenance protocols and the training of new technicians who were proficient in handling advanced technologies. This shift towards jet technology marked a significant advancement in the USSR's air power capabilities, paving the way for future technological innovations and organizational changes. This directive was issued in response to the Allies' demonstration of jet technology and the growing strategic importance of air superiority. The successful integration of the Jumo 04 engine into the Yak-3 airframe marked a significant milestone in Soviet jet technology. This breakthrough not only influenced aircraft design but also propelled crucial advancements in jet engine research within the USSR. Subsequent collaborations with other design bureaus and technological breakthroughs were inspired by the Yak-15's engines. The Yak-15 set the stage for future innovations in jet engine technology, demonstrating the USSR's commitment to remaining at the forefront of aerospace advancements. Industrial policy shifts were also evident as the USSR sought to maintain its competitive edge in aerospace. The government directed increased investments towards jet engine research and development, recognizing the strategic importance of this technology in modern warfare. These changes demonstrated that the Yak-15's introduction had far-reaching implications beyond just military capability. It necessitated a comprehensive overhaul of production, training, and industrial policies, enhancing the overall capabilities of the Soviet aviation industry. In response, new simulators were developed to replicate the unique handling characteristics and speeds of jet aircraft. These innovations allowed pilots to familiarize themselves with the nuances of jet flight without the risk of real-world mishaps. But it wasn't just technology that needed to be updated. Teaching methods themselves had to evolve. Instructors now emphasized the importance of anticipating and compensating for the Yak-15's higher speeds and more demanding control responses. Training sorties included drills to improve reflexes and decision-making under the new conditions jet engines introduced. This new generation of Soviet pilots, now versed in jet technology, would go on to secure the skies during a time of unprecedented global tension. These collaborative efforts underscored the spirit of collective innovation that defined the USSR's approach to air power during this period. The Design Bureau's contributions were pivotal in laying the groundwork for future advancements in aeronautical engineering. This strategic shift would have far-reaching implications, reshaping not only Soviet air power but also the broader military-industrial landscape of the USSR. These technological strides extended beyond military applications, influencing the broader field of Soviet aeronautical engineering and contributing to significant industrial progress within the USSR. Amidst the emerging Cold War, a Soviet government directive on April 9, 1945, propelled the rapid development of jet fighters. This was no ordinary order. It marked the beginning of a new era in aviation technology. The Allies' demonstration of jet technology was a stark wake-up call for the Soviet Union. But how did this revolutionary aircraft shape the strategies and operational capabilities of the Soviet Union? Pilots accustomed to piston engines now had to master the intricacies of turbojets. This transition was crucial as it prepared the Soviets for future high-speed engagements. Doctrines evolved to incorporate the speed and maneuverability of jet fighters. Tactics were refined to exploit the new capabilities of these swift and agile aircraft. The strategic implications were profound. Having a jet fighter capability tilted the balance of power in favor of the Soviets. As the Cold War intensified, this technological edge became a formidable deterrent against potential adversaries. This transformation wasn't merely about aircraft, but extended to the Soviet Union's industrial capabilities. Factories that once hummed with the production of piston engines were swiftly repurposed to manufacture jet engines. Central planning in the USSR was instrumental in orchestrating this industrial mobilization. This rapid adaptation and modernization of the Soviet Union's industrial base laid the groundwork for its aerospace industry in the decades to come. The adoption of the Junkers Jumo W04 engine was pivotal. It demonstrated the USSR's ability to reverse engineer captured technology and apply it effectively. This approach, known for its efficiency and speed, set a precedent for future Soviet aircraft design principles. It fostered an environment where rapid adaptation to advanced technologies became the norm. The innovations introduced by the Yak-15 extended beyond its hardware. They influenced Soviet thinking on air power and combat readiness, shaping a new era of aviation strategies. Ultimately, the Yakovlev Yak-15's innovative design and developmental approach left an indelible mark on Soviet aircraft design philosophy, influencing generations of military aircraft. In response, the USSR initiated rigorous training regimens for new jet pilots. The program included extensive use of simulators and live flight drills. These training sessions were designed to acclimate pilots to the unique handling characteristics of jet aircraft. Simulators played a crucial role in teaching pilots how to manage the faster speeds and higher altitudes of jet flight. Live flight drills further honed their skills, allowing pilots to experience firsthand the demands of jet maneuvers. Through these rigorous training programs, the USSR prepared its air force for modern warfare using the Yakovlev Yak-15. The innovative development and meticulous training for the Yakovlev Yak-15 ensured that the USSR was at the forefront of air power during the crucial years following World War II. The tactical deployments of the Yak-15 during military exercises and simulated conflicts played a crucial role in refining the USSR's operational plans. It provided valuable data on the capabilities and limitations of jet aircraft under varied conditions, information that was invaluable for future strategic planning. In response to the Mi-26-2's introduction by Germany and the subsequent capture of its Junkers Jumo 004B turbojet engine, the Soviet government issued a directive on April 9, 1945. This directive aimed to rapidly produce a jet fighter, capitalizing on German advancements. The successful deployment of the Yak-15 led to increased production quotas and expanded aircraft factories across the Soviet Union. The Yakovlev Design Bureau played a crucial role in this industrial expansion, demonstrating the USSR's commitment to bolstering its air power during World War II. the implementation of new manufacturing techniques, specifically tailored for jet fighter production, further solidified the Yak-15's impact on Soviet industrial policy. These innovations highlighted the USSR's dedication to advancing their military capabilities in response to emerging global threats. By catalyzing significant changes in manufacturing practices, the Yakovlev Yak-15 underscored its crucial role in advancing the Soviet Union's air power during a critical juncture of World War II. The jet's development and deployment not only signaled the USSR's technical prowess, but also set a precedent for future industrial policies focused on rapid adaptation and innovation. In the waning days of World War II, the Soviet Union found itself in a technological arms race. The Allies had demonstrated their advanced jet technology, and the USSR saw an opportunity to rapidly develop its own capabilities. Through rigorous testing and development, the Yakovlev Design Bureau established research facilities dedicated to jet propulsion. These efforts laid the groundwork for future innovations in Soviet aviation technology. The Yak-15's innovative design not only signaled the USSR's technical prowess, but also underscored their commitment to staying at the forefront of aerospace technology. The challenges were immense, scaling up production, adapting German designs to their own aircraft, and ensuring reliable performance. Every step forward was a victory in itself. It influenced their approach to aircraft development during World War II and beyond, setting the stage for future advancements in air power. The Yak-15's speed and maneuverability made it an ideal candidate for reconnaissance missions, crucial in the post-war era as the USSR sought to gather intelligence on its adversaries. Specifically, the aircraft was adapted for surveillance tasks by integrating advanced optics and communication systems. Reconnaissance missions flown by the Yak-15 provided valuable insights into enemy activities and territorial changes across Europe and Asia. The aircraft's ability to operate at high altitudes and speeds allowed it to evade detection while collecting vital intelligence. One notable mission involves surveying the industrial capabilities of former Axis powers. The Yak-15's high-resolution cameras captured detailed images of factories, transportation networks, and military installations. The intelligence gathered from these missions significantly enhanced the USSR's understanding of potential threats and opportunities in the evolving geopolitical landscape. Moreover, the data collected by the Yak-15 helped refine Soviet military strategies and tactics, ensuring they were better prepared to face future challenges. The Yakovlev Yak-15, with its innovative design and adaptability, played a pivotal role in shaping Soviet reconnaissance strategies during the post-war era. Its contribution to enhancing aerial surveillance capabilities set a precedent for future advancements in air power. As Soviet engineers studied and reverse-engineered the captured German Jumo Ju-004 engines, they gained invaluable insights into jet propulsion systems. These learnings laid the groundwork for developing indigenous Soviet engine designs. Following the Yak-15's successful deployment, the Soviet Union intensified its efforts to create homegrown jet engines. This initiative led to significant breakthroughs in jet propulsion technology, enhancing their overall air power capabilities. The aircraft's primary armament was complemented by its advanced engine, which produced 800 kgf of thrust, allowing it to reach an altitude of 13,700 meters and a maximum speed of 800 km/h. This enabled Soviet pilots to swiftly gather intelligence from high-risk areas with minimal detection. One of the critical missions involving the Yak-15 was its deployment in the skies over contested territories to photograph strategic positions. Its ability to operate at high altitudes made it difficult for enemy anti-aircraft defenses to detect and target. The aircraft's stealthy nature, coupled with its rapid speed, allowed Soviet pilots to conduct aerial surveillance without drawing unwanted attention, thus providing valuable intelligence to strategic planners. In one notable operation, the Yak-15 was used to monitor troop movements along the Eastern Front, providing real-time updates that aided in strategic decision-making. These reconnaissance missions were not only about gathering information, but also served as a testbed for evaluating the Yak-15's operational capabilities under real combat conditions. The data collected from these missions were instrumental in refining Soviet reconnaissance strategies during World War II, demonstrating the Yak-15's potential for advanced tactical applications. This initiative set in motion a series of engineering breakthroughs that would forever alter the trajectory of Soviet aviation. The breakthroughs achieved in adapting the Yak-3 to jet power would become foundational for subsequent Soviet jet engine research and development. This innovative approach allowed the Soviets to quickly adapt an existing design rather than starting from scratch. Specifically, the engineering advancements related to integrating turbojet engines into existing airframes were carried forward from the Yak-15 to the MiG-15 and other successor aircraft. This approach allowed for rapid development and production of new jet fighters without the need for extensive redesign work.